With that, I'll start off with the one slide. We've been around for 32 years, and it's been all about fostering entrepreneurship. But in today's world, fostering entrepreneurship in Silicon Valley is actually quite challenging. It's challenging to be an organization that provides this value, but it's even more challenging for all of you because your choices are so many, right? So I always go back to my friends, to my own entrepreneurship days, that it's really all about product market fit. When somebody tells me, I'm doing this, and I say, what is your goal? It's to sell my company in 3 years, and I immediately have a red flag, because it's not about selling the company, it is not about the exit, it is really about delivering value to your customers. And I just heard an entrepreneur who's a unicorn, and who said to me, he said, you know what, once you get product market fit, it means you are delivering true customer value, and if you're solving a real problem for the customer, you will be rich. So keep that as your North Star. And the second thing is we all have to be maniacal about revenue generation. I am too, even in this not-for-profit role, right? And as startups and founders and VCs, everyone has to be maniacal about getting return on investment and generating revenue. So if we tie this all together, one of the things that we are so grateful for is Anurag Madera, who is leading this GTM course and cohort. So we do this all the time. We've been doing it more on an ad hoc basis as part of our Silicon Valley Immersion Program, which is our Global Gateway Program. It includes universities, entrepreneurship centers from universities, funded startups from all over the world. And of course, we've now got an increased interest from Asia Pac, including India. Our last cohort was 76 founders in September. They went through a 4-day customized program, meeting CROs, CMOs, talking to them, talking to VCs, and most importantly, hearing from successful serial entrepreneurs and corporate executives who will be future POCs for them. So that's the kind of thing that we do. Everything is pretty curated. If you're here, you are curated. You are targeted. You're in our horizon. You can't go away anywhere now. You will keep receiving things from us. Some of our select programs, I want to point out GTM Accelerator and Funding Fridays, because it ties back to PMF and revenue growth. The GTM Accelerator, you can go through this exercise later, so I won't steal Anurag's thunder. But Funding Fridays is a program that happens twice a month, and VCs actually come to the not San Francisco. We hope this will be our San Francisco office, Andy, but they come to our Palo Alto office on California Avenue, and they have 2 hours. All the founders who want to come on that particular day get curated and scheduled. You get a 25-minute one-on-one with the VC. This is huge. And for all of you who know, it typically takes 40 different kind of touches to get to that meeting. And our success rate with these VCs is 78%, and what that means is that 78% of the folks who are attending a Funding Friday session are actually being called for a second follow-up meeting at the VC's office with other partners. So your chances are really increasing. So TiE has been doing this for 33 years by educating people, making sure there are relevant discussions about trending technologies. Of course, helping with funding, we have the TiE Silicon Valley Angels, but we have a broader network of VCs through the Funding Fridays program. There's a lot of mentoring. Our charter members are all either investors, they're big corporate executives, or they are serial entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs themselves. Some of them are academics and bankers, and we do lots of engagements that are around just networking, meeting people, and building relationships. We do have office space at our offices, so we are incubating and talk to your favorite VCs. Some of them are here and they do rent, and so that's the whole thing is to make everything easy for the entrepreneur. Finally, from 33 years ago, we've now grown to 60 chapters, 14 countries. So it's a large network. I feel very proud of the one metric, and many of you, I see first generation or second generation immigrants. It's so important to give back to the country that has given us so much opportunity. And as I step back, what TiE has done is actually touched 25,000 entrepreneurs over the last 30 odd years and created 2 million jobs in the United States. And if you want another great metric, has touched $1 trillion of wealth. So these are great numbers, and one that we should all feel proud of, all of you, because you are a big part of this ecosystem, and for all of us who are making this flourish across Silicon Valley. And no matter what we say, there's a Silicon Valley in India, and there's a Silicon Valley on the East Coast. But somebody, an entrepreneur, asked me the other day, should I move to the Bay Area? And I said, you don't have to, but there's only one place where you will breathe the air of Silicon Valley, and there is magic. And this magic is what you all are creating. So with that, let me just say one more thing. TiEcon is our flagship conference. We've had it for 32 years. It's focused on trending technologies, Pitch 15, Mentor Connect, VC Connect. So there's a lot of action. 3 days last year. The first day was LLM workshops that were being offered by Google, Meta, as well as NVIDIA. Jensen Huang was one of our keynote speakers. The who's who on cybersecurity was there, from Nikesh Arora to Zscaler. We also had a Google exec teaching prompt engineering. I really needed the class. Every time I kind of prompt something, my kids get a better response than I do, so I really learned a lot from that. But let's go to the next one. This year, TiEcon is going to be, mark your calendars, April 30th to May 2nd. We are already in the process of confirming those grand keynotes. The focus this year will be AI-verse, which means beyond ChatGPT and the standard, support stuff, but really focusing on how enterprises are actually implementing AI, and Anurag will talk about one of his workshops in that space. But through the year, we have summits, we have AI series, we've had a cybersecurity summit, we have a lot of focus on semiconductors, so those who are in that space, the renaissance of semiconductor has become very important in this world of AI. So there's a lot, there's something for everyone. I'm not going to go through each one of those, but 67 engagement, I believe today is our 68th engagement from January 1. So if you ever need a little break from your startup, you know where to come. Go to the calendar, you will find something you can get some value out of. Is that it? Okay, so who's making this possible besides the fantastic team that you just met here and folks like Anurag? There you see Andy, you're seeing him in person. We also have a fairly diverse board. A lot of people say, oh my God, first woman president of TiE, and I go, oh my God, the men finally woke up. But I had to say that just to get a few laughs, and nobody laughed except Andy, so I won't repeat that joke again. As you can see, it's a pretty diverse board, and they all come with varied experiences, both from corporate as well as the venture world and so on.